everybody, what's going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a video here covering the Extreme Set 2 of the moments. I have completed them, and I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks on how to get through it. But you guys, do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, man, it was kind of crazy at some points, but I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks and walk you through a little bit of an easy way of how to hopefully get it completed. All right, so this first one is the Joey Gallo one. I actually did this one as one of the last rewards, or one of the last moments to complete. So I guess I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. But what you want to do is you want to aim up with this one, aim up with directional, and just go for home runs on every pitch. You have a better chance of getting the home runs if you do wait for till you have two balls in the count, 2 or 3 balls in the count, and no strikes, and kind of look for your pitch because they're more likely to come right across the plate to you that way. That's how I found it worked for me. With this one right here, the strikeout 35 batters, do not give up 5 runs. I did this in 3 games. I got all 35 strikeouts in 3 games. I never even had to use lefty or Nolan, and I only gave up 1 run in the 3 games the entire time. So sliders and fastballs, man, 4-seam fastballs and sliders, just throw them like crazy in this one. Keep those sliders low and away from hitters, and that'll help you guys get through this one a little bit easier, in my opinion. So the next one here, tally 10 total bases with Honus Wagner. This one, man, just you're playing at Polo Grounds, so it's not too bad. Just aim up diagonally, like he's going to pull the ball up and diagonally to left field, and go for doubles, triples, home runs. And if you don't get one in one of those, probably like a home run or a triple in the first try, start it over, try again. It'll take you a few tries to get this one probably, but it's really not that bad. He is really super fast, so you can get those inside the park home runs at Polo Grounds pretty easily with this one. With this one right here, the win one game, man, down by 5, stack your lineup with lefties. Stack them with lefties just like I showed you guys in the video yesterday on the caution moments, and do that first to third hit and run kind of deal with directional. Aim down diagonally towards the direction of the guy that's going to cover second base on the steal, and you guys will bust them like crazy with the hit and runs on that one. So if you have any questions, though, just ask me in the comments. I'm more than happy to help you guys with any of this, with any of these at all, actually. But this one's pretty self-explanatory. And then the Yukon Yetis, man, this one was kind of crazy. You're using an all-common team against an all-legend signature team. Luckily, you've got the knuckleballer Ryan Ferreira bend, the glitch card, in your bullpen, so it's a little bit nice to use. So I recommend on this one that you try to get 1 to 2 runs in the first inning. There are some speedy guys on your bench, so if guys get on base, pinch run for them, steal bases. If you don't get 1 or 2 runs in the first inning, then try and start it over and try to wait till you get a couple runs, or at least 1 to try to get this one finished. And then the final one. This one was crazy. All right. The only thing about this one that's kind of crazy is the 4 extra base hits. Now, I had somebody show me actually on here and tell me about it, and it was T Boulder here, who's a subscriber on the channel, and I think he might have got this possibly from Gomes the Legend, and I'm not sure 100% if this trick works or not, but it seemed like it did for me when I actually got it completed. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the main menu. You're going to back completely out of Diamond Dynasty, and I'm going to show you right here. You're going to go to the main menu here, and you're going to go over here to your user settings and your sliders, and you're going to go to your sliders. I'm actually going to show you my sliders here real quick, so I'm going to load mine in right fast. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to set your sliders up like I have them set up in this video. And it supposedly takes your sliders if you go into it from the main menu and uses them. So you want your human contact, power, and timing all the way maxed. Foul frequency doesn't really matter. Solid hits, starter stamina, reliever stamina, pitcher control, and pitcher consistency maxed out for yourself there. And then those you can leave the same for the catch or for the computer. I like to move the strike frequency all the way up. I did lower the pitch speeds down just a little bit to see if it would help. I don't know. It seemed like it did, I guess. I was able to get it done. So and pretty easily. And then the base runner speed and base runner steal ability I maxed out as well. And that's pretty much it, I believe. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to go into moments from the main menu. Don't do it from Diamond Dynasty. Go into it from the main menu. And apparently it sticks these sliders and works with your whatever moment that you're trying to do. Now, I don't know for a fact that it's 100% effective, but I will say I never hit with Frank Thomas, and I was smacking home runs for the first time ever with Frank Thomas. And you guys that watch the channel know that I am awful with Frank, but I was able to get it done. So there may be something to it, but I really just don't know. But we're gonna go and get some gameplay. I'll show you guys the final 3 moments I completed and kind of walk you through what I was doing as I did them. And hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so the goal of this game, you guys see all the things you have to complete there on the side, but the goal of this game is going to be to get those extra base hits. That's really the hardest part, and the 8 strikeouts on Hall of Fame difficulty. So I just aim up until I get the extra base hits done. I got Willie Mays batting off here. I went with an all right-handed batting crew, and he just absolutely rips this down in the corner, and then the ball gets kind of lost over there, and Ricky Henderson can't field it. So I come around for a leadoff inside the park home run to start the game. So perfect way to start, in my opinion. And you guys can see up there on that right side what all gets done. So we're gonna skip ahead here to the first strikeout that I get in the game. I was pitching with Chris Sale as my starter for it. Just came with back to back just fastballs high and tight, and then went with the slider here low and away and strike out George Brett there for the or he fouled that one off, sorry, and then strike out George Brett there for the first strikeout that I needed. So then I get Ricky Henderson comes up here in the second inning with a 1-2 count, and he rips one in the gap, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna catch it. Nope, he whiffs on it. And so we go ahead and send him all the way, man. That 99 speed comes in handy for sure with Ricky. So it was a little bit closer of a play at the plate than I thought it was going to be, but we did get an extra base hit there. Second one that we needed, so we need 2 more. And then Jackie Robinson, Jackie Robinson comes up a little bit later here in a second. This is another strikeout that I get here, the second strikeout that I needed of the game, facing right here. So you guys can kind of watch my methodology of the way I'm pitching these guys here, man. With Chris Sale, I'm just kind of going with that slider and the fastball combo. And I really think that's the best way to go for everybody there with the slider fastball. So here Willie Mays comes up again in the third inning. It's his second at bat, and he rips another one back in the gap back there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the inside the park home run because I was afraid he might get thrown out on this one at home. So I went ahead and went with the triple. It still got me the third extra base hit. I only need 1 more in this game at this point. And then Frank Thomas hits a little ground ball here, but it drives in that run because you got to remember you do need 5 runs in this game, so that's very important as well. So we got that accomplished there. And now we move on to another strikeout here. I have Chapman pitching in the game. Don't be afraid to go to your bullpen early if you need to in this game, man, to do matchups, lefty-lefty matchups or righty-righty matchups, because you got to get those strikeouts, and however you feel comfortable doing it. Chris Sale wasn't getting a lot of strikeouts against the Legends, so I went to the pin early. Plus, I needed a bat in the off the bench as well. So there's another K there that we got. I end up having Lee Smith come in here in the 4th inning. The game is tied 3-3 at this point, so I'm getting a little bit nervous. I just really need to focus on these strikeouts is the biggest thing, because I'm pretty sure at this point I'm going to be able to get the extra base hits. And we get this strikeout swinging here on George Brett and throw him out at first. So we only need 4 strikeouts left. We're halfway on those. Still need 2 runs and 1 extra base hit, and Jackie Robinson comes to the plate to get the final extra base hit, man. Hits a home run here, opposite field there to right field, and sneaks out of Polo Ground. So we're done with the extra base hits at this point, which is awesome. And then I've got Kenley Jansen in here pitching at this point in the game right now, and Willie Mays at the plate, and just kind of busting him inside here, and then go with the tail away slider right here and get the strikeout. So I need 3 strikeouts left here at that point. And then here we are. I need the 1 run left to come in. I had a runner on third base, and I hit this little bloop single with Jackie Robinson on third. And Roberto Alomar gets him in, man. So I was really happy. Obviously, I got in the stolen base early on. I didn't figure you guys were worried about me getting the stolen base because you guys know I steal like crazy. So, of course, I got the one stolen base you needed. That was simple. But yeah, here's the rest here. We got George Brett at the plate again. I got Billy Wagner pitching to him. And I thought I was gonna get him there on that slider, but I started busting him inside here. Now watch this. They hit a pop up that's foul. I run away from it because I don't want to catch it, man. I need the strikeout. So you guys can do that as well if you need to in the game. Just kind of run away from the ball and don't catch it if it's a foul ball. But then get the strikeout on the next pitch, so it worked out perfectly. So all right, and then so I need 2 strikeouts left here. We're in the 7th. I've got Hoffman pitching at this point. And it's getting a little hairy, man. Getting a little dicey out there. They had a couple runners on base at this point, but I was just trying to make something happen. Got 2 strikes on him here. We go with the high fastball with Hoffman, and he strikes out on it, man. 1 strikeout away, so I got the 3-run lead, and all I have to do is win at this point. It's the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th inning. So I apologize when I got to the bottom of the 9th inning here. For some reason, in the bottom of the 8th, the video of the final strikeout was kind of corrupted and like all glitchy and stuff. So I did get it in the bottom of the 8th. I'm sorry, I didn't want to put it on here because it was just a mess. So, but here's the 9th inning, the full 9th inning, man. We get 1 out there early on in the 9th, and then pitching here to Duke Snyder, who he brings in to pinch hit against me. And I get him to pop it up here for the 2nd out. So we're 1 out away from finally finishing this hard challenge. This was the hardest one for me, man. The hardest moment, in all honesty. The 35 strikeouts was a piece of cake. Most of it was pretty easy. But this one was nuts, man. This one took a few tries for sure. And then we get the final out here as a pop out to third base. So we got it beat finally. And now I'm going to take you guys to the video of me getting the final strikeouts that I needed in the 35 strikeout game. All right, so for this one, I was just going to show you guys the final 3 strikeouts that I got. As you can see, I got Bob Feller on the mound. It is the 8th inning. I have 32 strikeouts at this point, man. I got JT Realmuto at the plate here. This 1 run in this game is the only run I've allowed the entire way through getting these 35 strikeouts here on Hall of Fame difficulty. And it was pretty much the same thing, man, with all the pitchers that I used. It was the fastball slider combination that really worked best for me. So right now I've got Realmuto there 2-2, and busting high and tight with fastballs, and then going low and away with sliders. So we get him there pretty easily. And then they let their pitcher bat, I guess because it was 7-1 here in the 8th. So Ryan Presley comes to the plate, and I'm like, well, this is gonna be easy, man. I'm pretty sure I can actually get it done here in the 3rd game. And I started throwing him a couple balls, though. I don't know what was going on though. And then here I go with the high fastball up to him. I get him to go around on the check swing. So I got the 1-2 count. We go back to the slider low and away. Can't get him to chase that one, so I'm going to go back to the high and tight fastball. I just kind of work these back and forth, man, these high and tight and then low and away sliders. High and tight fastball, low and away sliders. So I get him to go around here. Actually, he didn't even swing at that one. Never mind, I apologize. But I need 1 strikeout left. You can see I still have 4 runs to give up. So Altuve comes up here and leads off the 9th inning. And I get that first pitch ball on the slider there. So I'm going back to the slider again on him because that was pretty close. It was a good pitch, and we almost had it. There's strike 1 there. Come back with the high and tight fastball here on the 1-1 count. Get him to foul it off. And now we got 1-2, man. 1 strike away. Going back with the slider here. Trying to get him. And he takes it. So I end up finishing it right there, man. Pretty cool deal. Strike out 35 batters. Do not give up 5 runs. I did it in 3 games instead of the extra 2 that I was allotted for the challenge. So you guys know, man, my pitching's pretty on par most of the time. So that was pretty fun for me. I didn't get anything other than gold cards in my my ball in his habit packs, but it's no big deal, man. I was just happy to be done with it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the final home runs I needed with Joey Gallo. All right, so for the Gallo homers, man, I did the exact same thing I did with extra base hits. I just aimed straight up with directional and tried to wait for my pitch to hit. And there's the first one that I get there. I only needed 4 left at this point when I was doing this on the challenge. We take this one opposite field, which is kind of funny because they play the shift on Gallo. So that was pretty cool, man. And then later in this exact same game, I get some more at-bats here and come up in the 9th inning. Score 7-4 at this point. And I kind of was swinging at some stuff maybe I shouldn't have swung at, man. I was getting kind of antsy because I knew this was the last challenge that I had to do to get Miller. So I was feeling pretty confident, man. I knew I was going to get it done. It was just a matter of time for hitting them. And then I take this one here, this low pitch to dead center field, man, at the ballpark, Globe Life Field here, and just took it out. So I only needed 2 left at that point. And then we skip ahead to, I think it was 1 or 2 games later when I got this next one here. But he throws his pitch a little inside, I believe. No, it was right down the middle pretty much. I just pulled it. I mean, I hammered this thing, man. It landed back on the concourse past the seats. Way back there, you could see where it bounced. So we only needed 1 left at this point. This was the final one, man. I had 5 games left to get it done, even at this point, I believe. Actually, I think when I hit this one, I only had 2 because I wasn't liking the pitchers I was facing. But there's the final one over towards the bullpen there, the home bullpen. And right into it, it looked like there. So we finished it, man. Had a couple games left to be able to do it in, and now I get to go and collect my my reward, man. So I was pretty happy, man. I don't know how the Miller's going to do for me. He does tip his pitches quite a bit, but I'm going to give him a try for sure next month in ranked seasons. And there it is. It popped up my reward there. I did pick the Luis Castillo here in the All-Star pack here in just a moment. You guys will see here. I'll back out and go to it. I got my 30,000 stubs also for completing it, so that was awesome. And it's a pretty cool deal, man. I mean, the Miller card looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think it looks great. It's just he tips his pitches. He's usually pretty easy to hit. He's one of the easiest relievers that I face as far as lefty relievers go, maybe next to Josh Hader. So I did take the Castillo because I could get a few more stubs for it. Sold it for like 6,000 and something on the market, and so that was a pretty cool deal. And end up with 50,000 stubs by the time it's all said and done. So it's not too bad, man. When I was down to almost nothing. But let's go take a look at the card here right quick, and we'll go ahead and add him to the squad. Get Billy Wagner, who gives up more home runs than anybody I've ever seen with that good of stats, and we'll get him out of there and put Miller in for now, and hopefully Miller doesn't have the same unfortunate problem that Wagner does for me, man. It's all or nothing with him. But 120, 125 on the hits and Ks per 9, 79 on the walks per 9, 91 home runs per 9, 125 clutch, 86 control, 97 velo, 99 break. Awesome card, man. I can't wait to use it. He does have great velocity there, and the good combo with the slider, fastball, and the two-seamer, and then the changeup as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it's made it a little bit easier for you guys to do it. Don't forget about the dashboard method for the multiple game moments that you guys are trying to get accomplished. It makes it a lot easier for you. And if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to ask me in the comments section. You guys, as always, do me a favor. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget, make sure that you leave a comment on this video and you're subscribed to the channel so that you get an entry into the Joey Gallo autograph giveaway. We got a few days left, man. It ends Monday when the ranked season ends, so make sure to get those entries in while you can. But we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.